Hey everyone, today we're doing a quick and non-spoiler review of Cobra Commander #1 from Image Comics. Just came out today at the time of this recording, and this is the newest installment in the Energon universe, which is the shared universe between Void Rivals, which is like the space side of things that Robert Kirkman is writing, Transformers, and G.I. Joe. So ever since Skybound has gotten the rights, they've really been making the most of it with this interconnected universe. And there's a letter in the back here by the writer of this issue, Joshua Williamson, where he talks about kind of a big direction that the series is going, I guess, that people might not have been expecting. As somebody who hasn't actually read anything or watched anything G.I. Joe in the past, or Transformers for that matter, I've been going into this universe pretty blind, and it's been pretty new reader friendly for the most part. I was a little bit lost at the beginning of this issue, but you kind of get things explained by the end of it, and it throws you into this world of Cobra Commander, right, who's like, I guess, kind of the main villain of G.I. Joe. As far as I know, I'm going to show some of the interior artwork in here, and it follows him and this land that he's coming from called Cobra, if I'm pronouncing that right, which is like this seemingly underwater like sub community in Earth that nobody else knows about. So here's some of the artwork for that section of it. Cobra Commander starts off as some sort of like scientist that's working on a new specimen that they found. I won't say more than that. And he's like very interconnected with the leader of COBRA and has direct communications with him. So there's kind of an origin story issue for him, but I won't give away the big spoiler that you see later on in this issue, which you got to read for yourself. So it's kind of a lot of mystery leading up to a big reveal in the second half of the issue. And I was honestly like getting a little bit worried that I just wasn't going to understand what was going on, and this was too like heavily rooted in G.I. Joe history that I don't already know about. But it seems like Joshua Williamson in the back of this issue was talking a lot about how this Cobra Commander is definitely a lot different in terms of like his status quo and where he comes from compared to previous stories that have been told about him. It's really connected to Transformers, which I think is really cool about both of the G.I. Joe titles that Joshua Williamson is writing so far. There's this, and then there's Duke, with Duke being more of like a ground level type thing, where Duke is just trying to figure out what's going on with Energon, what fuels the Transformers, what the Transformers even are. In modern America, with them having landed in the Transformers series and causing havoc all over the place. So it seems like G.I. Joe and Transformers within the Energon universe are going to play a really big part with each other. Maybe they'll even have crossovers at different times and stuff later down the line, because it seems like they've got really long-term plans for this universe. And yeah, I mean, we'll see about this. I know that Daniel Warren Johnson is doing a lot of work on Transformers, kind of just building up his own universe within that and telling his own story. So it seems so far like the ramifications of Transformers are just being carried out in the G.I. Joe titles, right? So with Cobra Commander, he's got a different role to play with Transformers. He's aware of their existence also. And yeah, I mean, we'll see about this. Ongoing, I think the Energon universe is going to be really cool for new readers and for people that already have a lot of knowledge alike. There were definitely some references in here. There's like a last page where it showed this location that didn't seem like it was significant to me, so I'm sure it was like referencing some sort of past thing that might have been a big deal in some sort of previous G.I. Joe continuity. There's kind of a lot of that in the Energon universe. I know they really market it to be new reader friendly, but honestly, like, I don't know any of the names of the Autobots in the Transformer series. Things like that, just like references to characters that will make a lot of people excited, completely go over the head of people that haven't been picking up the series. So we'll see about that, but I'm definitely sticking with it. This is the last of the 4 like main launch titles that they did for the Energon universe. Kind of seems like where they're going for the G.I. Joe side of things is that they're going to be telling like a collective origin story, like leading up to probably a G.I. Joe ongoing at some point with these miniseries they're doing for individual characters. And I'm excited for it ongoing. For this first issue, though, of Cobra Commander, I'm going to give it probably like a 7 out of 10. I did like it. Like I said, there were some references that went over my head, so I'm a little bit biased in that regard. I think somebody that already knows a lot about G.I. Joe would enjoy the issue a lot more than I did, but I'm for sure sticking with it, and I'm curious to see where the Energon universe goes from here. So those are my thoughts on the issue. Let me know what you thought if you've read it down in the comment section below. That's about it from me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.